Game day's here, I can hear the crowd. Turn on the lights, fans are cranked up and loud. Red or blue, we wear it proud. Yeah, we love our teams in this border town. Chiefs and Royals, Boo Mizzou, Rock Chalk, Jayhawk, KU. Hear that drum pounding in your feet. Yeah, you're marching to the beat of KC.
What is going on, YouTube? What is going on, Kansas City? What is going on, Jayhawk Nation? And what is going on, everybody? And welcome to the beat of KC. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lucas Murphy. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen. The Kansas Jayhawks had me sweating. What an incredible basketball game. The highs of emotion, the lows of emotion, the roller coaster ride that this game in Raleigh, North Carolina presented to fans from both teams. I mean, it was an incredible game. Non-conference game to boat at that. But the thing is Kansas continued to fight, as so did the Wolfpack of North Carolina State. I mean, there were opportunities for Kansas to kind of pull away, and every time it felt like they were inching just a little bit, here comes the Wolfpack with either a clutch three or just a phenomenal offensive setup. And it just was an all-around performance. Now, this is going to be kind of a dual video. I'm not going to dive too much into really the Towson game that's coming up because it is somewhat of a relief game. I would expect, I'm going to be honest and out front. Actually, you know what? We'll dive into this video and really talk about this, and I think it'll lead into that. So let's go ahead and do that. You know, in a thrilling non-conference showdown in Raleigh, the Kansas Jayhawks edged, and I do mean edged, by a razor-thin margin, the North Carolina State Wolfpack 77-76 in overtime.
That was incredible. Okay, so let's get home. Let's regroup. Let's go win these last two games in convincing style, and then let's all have a great Christmas. All right, get your cans in.
The contest lived up to its billing as the back-and-forth battle with both teams exchanging leads and refusing to back down until the final buzzer. Kansas improves to 8-3 on the season, while North Carolina State would fall to 7-4 despite a gritty home court performance. I want to give props to North Carolina State. I mean, that environment, that hype for that, I mean, I can only imagine what ACC play is going to be like for them. I definitely think they're going to give some teams a run for their money. I truly believe that. And NC State, I would anticipate being there at the end in March. I mean, they are only building and they're only going to get better. I mean, props to them, hats off to them. I mean, a really good basketball program for sure. Now, the Kansas Jayhawks, ladies and gentlemen, what else needs to be said other than dog? I mean, ladies and gentlemen, if we're being honest, Melvin Council came out of nowhere in this game, had one of those legacy games where it's just like, hey guys, I'm going to go ahead, let me put you on my back. I'm going to carry this thing tonight. Unbelievable basketball game, unbelievable ability in this game. Just the motor, the drive, the will, I mean, you could just list all kinds of adjectives describing Melvin Council Jr. in this basketball game. Exploded for a career night with 36 points on 13 of 27 shooting, including an incredible 9 of 15 from three. Ladies and gentlemen, Melvin Council Jr. has been struggling to shoot the basketball as of late. All of a sudden, he must have found it. Either he had a phenomenal, breakfast, he had a great lunch, he had some good sleep, he was motivated, whatever it was, he absolutely played one of the best basketball games. I mean, Bill Self said that it was one of the best basketball games he's ever seen. There was one point they panned to Bill after Melvin Council made a shot, and Bill has his hands on his head like, how is he doing this? Like, it was an incredible scene. I was excited for Melvin Council. I mean, the dude is a dog, so we got to give him his props. Now, Darren Peterson. I mean, again, Darren Peterson, a silent 17 points. I mean, he clutched up in some times. He hit some key shots. But again, yet again, that injury flares up, and you could actually see some frustration from Darren in this game. You could see him kind of show some emotion out of more frustration, maybe some anger dealing with this injury, because I don't think that it's something that he's used to. I mean, Darren Peterson's used to being the guy. He's used to being out there on the court, making those final shots, leading the team, and now he's having to deal with this injury in so many ways. Whether it's go to the trainer, put the massage gun on it, use some heat, whatever it may be, he's constantly having to work this thing out. And so I think him not being able to be on the court and actually contribute in a way he wants to, just like anybody, is frustrating. And I think that he's kind of going through that right now. And where I was going in the beginning of the video, because we played Townsend and I believe Davidson, I would anticipate you're not probably going to see Darren Peterson until after the holidays. We're getting ready to jump into Big 12 play. I am almost certain that they are going to let him fully heal up, fully get ready for Big 12 play, and hopefully we can get that thing really kind of in a good state as we head into probably one of the biggest gauntlet stretches of any college basketball team in America. I mean, the Big 12 is going to present an absolute tough case for the Kansas Jayhawks and really anybody in the Big 12. It is going to be a gauntlet. Now, Trey White contributed 12 points as part of a balanced Kansas effort. Trey White has really kind of been a steady contributor throughout this season. There have been highs where he's contributed the most points, the most rebounds, really kind of been that spark. And there's often times where he kind of flies under the radar, gives you just a quiet 12 points and maybe gives you a silent 8 rebounds. And you're kind of focusing on, in this game, obviously, Melvin Council Jr., but then you're like, man, Trey White really did contribute a decent amount of stuff. So it's nice to kind of see him really insert his presence in there and giving you the 12 points. Flory Badunga, ladies and gentlemen, I've kind of decided on how I feel in certain situations with Flory. You can kind of read how his game's going to go very early on. Flory Badunga would add 8 points, 11 rebounds, but committed 2 early fouls. Those 2 early fouls really kind of hindered his ability to place a lot of the time in first half, because obviously Bill needs him to be there late in the game. And so if Flory continues to foul, he's going to sit out longer periods. That's just common sense. But Flory, when he gets the 2 fouls, he's hesitant at times to really be that enforcer. And rightfully so. He doesn't want to foul out. I mean, people want to play the stretch of the game. So Flory kind of gets a little passive. I mean, he still get in there. He gets in there and gets rebounds. He had 11 rebounds. But there's something about when Flory gets fouls early, he doesn't necessarily fully commit and produce in the points category. I mean, in this one, he obviously was being challenged too. And so there's a 50-50 to that. But at times, Flory kind of takes a more passive role, and rightfully so in this game too. I mean, Melvin Council was just taking over. You're going to be like, hey man, you're hot. You're scorching hot. And so do your thing. But I kind of noticed that with Flory, he kind of becomes a little bit more passive when he gets early fouls. And then he kind of still, is a contributor, but it's just not what we're capable of seeing from Flory. I'm not saying he had a bad game. I think the 11 rebounds was absolutely much needed, because you're having to really scrap. You're really having to fight against a team that was hanging in there every time you would kind of start to pull away. So, man, I mean, I was thoroughly impressed with this team. That cohesion. There's starting to be a notice with this team. They're starting to click in a lot of ways where there were a lot of question marks. Who's filling what role? How are they going to, go to their depth and really kind of see guys like Marco Jackson come off the bench and really contribute? How is Jamari McDowell, who this is really kind of the first game where I would say statistically he was just flat, but the defensive production that McDowell provides you game in and game out, I think will equal out the fact that he just didn't score points. He really didn't contribute in the points category. He missed a few threes, but I think the defensive kind of lockdownness, if you want to say, really contributes in a significant way that you can't really put on a stat. It's that magical time of the year again. The minute the boxes come out of storage and the first string of lights flickers on, everything just feels brighter. The smell of pine fills the house. The Christmas tree goes up, and suddenly you're transforming your home into a full-blown holiday wonderland. Maybe you're climbing the ladder to hang lights on the roof, setting up those larger-than-life yard decorations, or turning the living room into the coziest place on earth. But sometimes the Christmas spirit outgrows the space you're in. Whether you're dreaming of a bigger living room For the perfect tree, a yard worthy of your holidays display, or simply a home that better fits your seasonal traditions, now might be the ideal time to find your dream home. Lisa Miller at Lynch Real Estate. With over 13 years of experience and licenses in both Kansas and Missouri, Lisa isn't just selling houses. She's helping you find a place to call home. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, looking to upsize, or selling your current home, Lisa makes the process smooth and stress-free. As a local expert, passionate about building lasting relationships, she ensures her clients feel confident and satisfied every step of the way. Don't wait. Your perfect home is just a call away. Contact Lisa today at 913-579-3246 or 913-369-3000. Or visit lisamillersaleskc.com. Let Lisa Miller at Lynch Real Estate help you start your next chapter. So if you're ready to make a move that matches your holiday joy, Lisa Miller is here to help you find that place where your Christmas magic can truly come to life. My dear Copeland for the NC State Wolfpack paced the Wolfpack with 19 points in a competitive performance. I mean, Copeland was a tough, to defend him. And really down the stretch, Darian Williams, I think, ladies and gentlemen, was going to be the dagger. If he were to hit one of the threes that he missed, this game could be a completely different narrative. We could be talking about how we lost this game, how, they rebounded us, or maybe they outdid this, or I definitely know that we lost the turnover battle, and I definitely know we didn't outshoot them in free throws. So those would have been more, we really need to improve on that. Now, then Allen Lubin, him and Darian Williams both posted double-doubles, and Williams narrowly missing potential game-winning shots in overtime. I mean, it was like I feel like my heart stopped. I mean, it was so close. It was one of those ones where it starts to go in and it kind of hits the rim and then popped out. I mean, that's how close that one was. So really kind of diving in as a whole team, really looking at the box score. Total rebounds, KU 46, NC State 44, a close margin victory for obviously our Jayhawks. Now 3-point shooting, we were 11 of 30, 36.7% to their 9 of 34 for 26.5%. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if Williams connects on 2 of those missed threes, I think we're having a completely different conversation. Yet again, it's every single game the Kansas Jayhawks lose the turnover battle. And granted, we only had 8 in this game, and 8 is still, to me, too high. But the fact that we lost the turnover battle yet again, 8-7, this is an area that has to be improved. It has to be improved. Like, somehow, some way, those turnovers, if you had 2 more turnovers, 3 more turnovers, again, another whole narrative, because it's just that close of a margin. Free throws, we would only go 6 of 10 to their 11 of 15. I think majority of those are going to be Melvin Council. And second chance points, obviously it's something that we really kind of highlight too. AU would lose this battle as well, 8-9 to North Carolina State. Now, these are all categories that I discuss and always say, if you're winning 2 of 3, 2 of 4, then there's a good chance you're going to win a basketball game. Ladies and gentlemen, we just found a way in this one. And if we're obviously going to go back and really evaluate this box score, really kind of, the first thing you're going to do is highlight in neon yellow Melvin Council Jr.'s box score. He's the whole reason why you won this game. The contributions from others supports it, but a guy put up 36 points and hit massive threes when we just have not been known to hit threes this year. And there was a lot of things that really culminated for him late down the stretch that really added in winning this basketball game. So obviously, overtime, Kansas struck early in OT. NC State kept fighting and had to look to win at the end. They had to look to win at the end, but the extra period rushed a step-back 3 by the Wolfpack guard Darian Williams, rinned out, securing the Kansas victory again, 77-76. Now, the Lenovo Center, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give props to the fan base as well. It was electric, featuring a spirited NC State crowd. The red was just hopping. A strong home environment. Really, even with the loss, the Wolfpack showed resilience throughout the entire game, playing a nearly flawless game in many statistical categories, as we really covered, including that 7 turnovers and rebounding. They were within margin of passing KU, which is massive, underscoring how tightly contested this game truly was. And again, I think for both teams coming in March, even though NC State lost, this will be a better loss for them because of where KU will be at the end of the season. The Jayhawks won't have much time to rest after their emotional overtime victory in Raleigh, as Kansas returns to action quickly, heading back to Allen Fieldhouse to take on Towson Tigers on Tuesday, December 16th, with tip-off set for 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. The matchup provides Kansas an opportunity to build momentum and regroup at home before the heart of conference play approaches. And I do believe, like I said, we play Towson, and then we turn around and play Davidson, I believe, and then I'm pretty sure we're getting into it. I really think we're cracking into the Big 12 play right after the holidays. I think this game will, as we have not quite a bit, get in and get some opportunity. I definitely don't think Darren Peterson will be playing, like I said. I could imagine that you'll see some other guys, maybe Cole Rosario getting a little bit more opportunity to play. Maybe Bryson Tiller kind of taking over a game since he's kind of gone silent in some aspects. So I really anticipate some other guys kind of building momentum, getting some, more playing time. I appreciate y'all checking out this video. I always appreciate the support on Kansas Jayhawks videos. It's been unbelievable. I can't thank y'all enough. Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, and I end every video the exact same way. Have a good day.